Kuna mtu hapa anajiita Kevin amekuja kwa inbox yangu. Na Kevin is saying, "Hi Ivan, my name is Kevin. I live in Dallas, Texas. A few years ago, one of my closest friends built a beautiful home in Nakuru, and every time he shared photos online, people could not stop complimenting it because it looked elegant, modern, and perfectly planned." Enyewe hata ukijenga nyumba mzuri, kila mtu atakuwa anakucongratulate. "Oh, nyumba yako inakaa poa, nyumba yako inakaa modern." So when I finally visited the house during my holiday in Kenya, I was completely convinced that I had found my dream home because every room felt impressive, every corner looked like something straight out of the magazine, and I was very sure that this is the kind of house I wanted for myself. Without thinking twice, I asked him for the house plans, and after a little persuasion, he agreed to share them with me. So Kevo, after atoke Maju, that is Dallas, in Texas, yeye aliamua kwenda kuvisit that friend's house na akakuja kupata ya kwamba that house was perfect for him. So instead of having someone to customize the plans to suit his needs, yeye aliamua aje, mimi sitatumia pesa ingine kulipa sijui professional fees, hapana, hiyo ni kuwaste pesa. What I'll do, I'll take my friend's plans and go duplicate those plans on my plot. Kevin anaendelea kutuambia, "I felt like I had discovered a secret that would save me both time and money because I couldn't understand why anyone would pay for a new design when such a perfect one was already existing." So construction went smoothly. In fact, every visitor who came to visit my site always told me the same thing they used to tell Kevin: "This ongoing house is amazing." Every compliment made me more confident that I had made the smartest decision ever. So construction was complete and we finally moved in. So yeye actually hakupata any challenges during the construction, okay? So kama ni site yake, I guess ilikuwa the same na ya rafiki yake. In terms of the foundation, the kind of soil, the slope, and hiyo maneno yote ilikuwa inaambatana kabisa na the friend's plan. So reality started kicking in immediately after we moved in. Nasikia? Ila hakupata challenges during construction. Lakini challenges zenye nataka tuone hapa zilikuja after wame move in. The first problem came every afternoon. The living room became unbearably hot because my plot faced a completely different direction from my friends, and the afternoon sun poured straight into the lounge through my large windows. Kuna kitu niliwaambia inatangwa site planning, Vile nyumba yako imekuwa oriented with relevance to your site dynamics. Na your site dynamics zenye tunakujanga kuzi-investigate during our site visit ni maneno ya collecting design data. Design data is not all about the measurements of your site. It's not all about the kind of soil you have. It's not even about the slope only, but also how the sun rises and also how the sun sets. In fact, pia maneno ya upepo ni very, very important. My children stopped using the backyard because it was much smaller than we expected after fitting the house onto our plot. Then one evening, my wife said something that completely changed how I looked at my house. She said, "Every room in this house feels like it belongs to someone else." In fact, I didn't argue, but deep down, I know I had made the wrong decision. The house that we had built was not designed around our family routines and our family's lifestyle. Today, people still compliment my house. They admire the finishing, they admire the architecture, they admire the exterior. But what they don't see is the number of compromises we live with each and every single day because I confused a beautiful house with the right house. Hapa Kevin anatufunza something that is very, very important. There is a beautiful house and the right house. A beautiful house will not always be the right house for your family. Now, whenever someone tells me they are planning to reuse their friend's house plan, I always advise them not to repeat my mistake. So Engineer Ivan, tell us which house plan is considered beautiful and which house plan is considered the right house plan? Hii ni swali mzuri sana. Ananiuliza, hizi manyumba tunaonanga online ama marafiki zetu wamejenga, ni nyumba gani mimi nitajua hii nyumba yes ni beautiful but is not the right house for me? Na ni gani nitajua this house is both beautiful and the right house? Sasa to answer that question, I want you guys to watch my next video whereby now I'll be discussing how do you know whether a house is not only beautiful but the right house for you. Na ni aje utajua yes hii nyumba inakaa supu but is not the right house for my family. See you in the next one.